Hello, and happy International Women's Day. To those of you who are unfamiliar, International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8th. It's a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women all over the world. International Women's Day has been observed since the early 1900s, a time of great expansion and turbulence in the industrialized world that saw booming population growth and the rise of radical ideologies. International Women's Day is a collective day of global celebration and a call for gender parity. World-renowned feminist, journalist, and social and political activist Gloria Steinem said, "The story of women's struggle for equality belongs to no single feminist, nor to any one organization, but to the collective efforts of all who care about human rights." Thus, International Women's Day is all about unity, celebration, reflection, advocacy, and actions, whatever that looks like, globally and locally. As a woman, for me, International Women's Day is a day to celebrate the achievements of our gender, past and present, whether it's Ida B. Wells, the African-American journalist, newspaper editor, suffragist, sociologist, feminist, Georgist, and an early leader in the civil rights movement. Or Ada Lovelace, Countess of Lovelace, was an English mathematician and a writer. Or even the Egyptian Lotfi El-Nadi, who was the first African woman as well as the first Arab woman to earn a pilot's license. All these women have paved the way in their respective fields so that we have the rights we do today. The right to vote, the right to work, the right to represent others in government, and also the rights that we still fight for. The right to make decisions for our bodies that are unrestricted by taxes on female hygiene products, abortion laws, or FGM practices. It is our responsibility, not only today, but every day, to ensure we work to maintain our rights and that they are given to women all over the world. As a Muslim woman, International Women's Day means reflecting not only on the turbulence of the past year, but also on the greater history of Muslim women throughout time and the skills and qualities that our role models have pursued and possessed in order to persevere. Muslim women are the visible targets for increasing Islamophobia and angry outlets of ignorance and fear. Muslim women are required to navigate not only the cultural stigma of being female in whatever country she's from, but also the social stigma that is increasingly pervasive in our globalized society, in its many forms, online, on the street, and in government policies. Muslim women navigate the patriarchal interpretations of the Quran, and we understand them and abide by the rights afforded to us in Islam in the face of well-intentioned men and sometimes even women who feel a responsibility to subjugate us under the guise of religious instruction. Muslim women navigate the social stigma attached to our dress code and resist the Western hegemony that believes that it has the right to dictate what women should wear and how we should act. Campaigns, events, and even trending Twitter hashtags such as the Dear Sister hashtag are crucial to enlightening and empowering Muslim women through the sharing of knowledge to dispel fear that comes from ignorance. As an Australian woman, International Women's Day is a time to reflect on the prevalence and severity of violence against women in Australia. On average, at least one woman a week is killed by a partner or a former partner in Australia. 1 in 3 Australian women has experienced physical violence since the age of 15. 1 in 5 Australian women has experienced sexual violence. 1 in 4 Australian women has experienced physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner. 1 in 4 Australian women has experienced emotional abuse by a current or former partner. Women are 5 times more likely than men to require medical attention or hospitalization as a result of intimate partner violence, and 5 times more likely to report fearing for their lives. Of those women who experience violence, more than half have children in their care. 8 out of 10 women aged 18 to 24 were harassed on the streets of Australia in the past year. Domestic or family violence against women is the single largest driver of homelessness for women, a common factor in child protection notifications, and it results in a police call out on average every 2 minutes across this country. The combined health administration and social welfare costs of violence against women have been estimated to be $21.7 billion a year, with projections suggesting that if no action is taken to prevent violence against women, costs will accumulate to $323.4 billion over a 30-year period from 2015 to 2045. Australia, we have a moral and ethical responsibility to ourselves and to our society to be better, to do better. Violence against women in any form is unacceptable, and the growing evidence that women with disabilities are more likely to experience violence, and that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women experience both far higher rates and more severe forms of violence compared to other women, is a sad testament to the state of our society. We must urge our government to take action and put in place measures to ensure Australia turns back from this alarming growth and stays on track to becoming a safer and healthier environment for women of all ages, all ethnicities, and all abilities. As a woman of Bangladeshi heritage, International Women's Day is a time to celebrate achievements of great women produced by my country, such as Begum Ruqayyah Sakhawat Hussain. She was a Bengali writer, educationist, social activist, and advocate of women's rights, who was and is considered the pioneer feminist of Bengal. But it's also a time to reflect on the continuance of child marriages, the giving and taking of dowry, domestic violence, rape, acid attacks, and sexual harassment. From the poorest of the poor to the richest of the rich, women in every strata of Bengali society, whether back home in Bangladesh or living abroad, face challenges as a result of being a woman, a working woman, a thinking woman. According to a recent PwC report, Bangladesh's economy is likely to grow at the fastest rate in the world after Vietnam and India in the next 34 years. Let's work to ensure that our attention to developing security, education, and rights for women grows at a greater pace. International Women's Day has been occurring for well over a century, and it continues to grow from strength to strength. For International Women's Day 2017, we're asking you to be bold for change. Call on the masses, call on yourself, and help forge a better working world, a more inclusive, gender-equal world where every girl and every woman has the freedom to try, aspire, and achieve. Happy International Women's Day 2017.